Okay, I don't know if I did a part two, um, and I don't know if it worked out because I went to my videos section and my uploaded videos, and nothing happened. So I hope it went in because it was kind of a long one, almost 10 minutes long, and I hope it worked. But if it didn't, oh well. You know, it just kind of pisses me off because I want to. You know, it's not too often I get in the mood to sit here and talk about this, and when it doesn't work out, it makes me want to freaking break something. But anyway, I'm going to try and talk about, oh, and if this doesn't work as good as I want to, I'll redo it. But anyway, I've noticed sometimes if I'm having a bad day, sometimes it's just an adjustment in your humidity in your house. There's been times I'll be really nervous, and I've been doing this for years. I've been checking out the weather websites and the weather channel, and I've been writing down a lot of what the barometric pressure is and the humidity outside, and learning to do this. I've with me, I've learned that if the pressure is really low and it's hot and dry and I feel nauseous, if I take a daily vitamin, it it just gets rid of it. I don't know. And to take a vitamin on a day that's the pressure is really high, it makes me go crazy. I feel really nervous. I just I kind of learned that I live in Idaho, and our the altitude here is I'm thinking it's quite a bit higher than we went to. I went on a Las Vegas trip and went to Phoenix, and I noticed as I took my vitamins there, it made me really nervous. It did, and as I started coming back home, I was still taking them, but I was feeling a little bit better. Maybe it had something to do with just being that far away from home and feeling nervous or something. But anyway, those are things that I write down. Just and I try to do it every day so that it's you're in a kind of like being in a controlled atmosphere, doing it every day. The same thing every day so that um, whether or not it's working or not. Because if you're not in a controlled environment and you're doing these experiments, you don't know what's affecting what and what. It's kind of like, um, and I know I go from one subject to the next really quick, and that's just with with borderline and having extreme ADHD. And at the same time, I do that. So just bear with me. I'm just kind of, if the people are interested in what I'm saying, then that's cool. But I'm kind of just doing this. I enjoy doing this type of stuff. I'm gonna try and see. Let's say you're at work. You're working and you're under a lot of pressure, and to me it's almost like the same thing as high pressure. If the barometric pressure is really high, it's almost like it's the same thing as being in a high pressure job. Because I'm thinking your blood vessels are going to be more constricted. Your blood pressure is going to be higher. It's just, to me, it's just kind of the same thing. And so let's say you have several days of high blood pressure, barometric pressure being high. and then all of a sudden the pressure starts to drop. I notice, and I don't even have to look before that, I start to feel really relaxed. And it almost kind of does the same thing as one of my medications I take. It almost does the same thing as if I was to go up. If I go up to the mountains and I'm at high altitude and the pressure's a lot lower, I don't like to take this certain medication that I take, because it almost acts like it's the same thing as taking the medication as going up in the mountains here. So I guess if I was living up in the mountains, I might not even have to take this medication, because it does the same thing. I'll try and put it in a diagram form on a piece of paper if that might help me and you kind of know what the hell I'm talking about. But I'm just kind of doing this real quick. I'm not even prepared or anything. But some days I notice when the pressure starts getting higher, I do feel more like doing things, and that actually seems to have the same effect as taking one of my other medications. And when it's that way, it's almost like I kind of maybe wouldn't have to take it, but I do anyway. But just because over the years, I mean, I've been dealing with this with medication for almost 10 years now. All kinds of different medications. Oh, I was going to talk about the moon. I've noticed when the moon's full, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it does to us, but I'd like to know on a scientific detail what it really does to us. You know, I know that it pulls the water, you know, in the oceans up higher, and sometimes I wonder if it does that with our blood. It pulls our blood up to our head more, so that, you know, maybe our brains are being more stimulated at that time, because, you know, the moon's pulling up our own fluids inside our body. And when the moon's up, you know, we're getting more blood to our brain. It's stimulating it more. We seem to think different than when the moon's different. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Like I said, I'm not very prepared right now, so I'm going to turn this one off before it stops.